This program is brought to you by FASTSIGNS of Durango. More than fast, more than signs. FASTSIGNS.
You're watching Durango TV News. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle. Marsha Porter-Norton, a well-known public issues facilitator in Southwest Colorado, has announced that she will run for county commissioner in 2020. Porter-Norton, a fourth-generation Southwest Colorado resident, is running for the District 2 seat, now held by Democrat Gwen Lackalt. Lackalt can't run again because of term limitations. Porter-Norton, also a Democrat, was raised on a ranch in Lewis, Colorado, just north of Cortez. She graduated from Colorado State University and holds a master's degree from the University of Denver. She and her husband, John Norton, moved to Durango in 1994. Porter-Norton has worked with more than 100 organizations in her 24 years of facilitation work. She facilitated the Hermosa Creek Work Group report that resulted in the designation of the Hermosa Creek Special Management Area in 2014. She says her experience finding common ground among people with conflicting interests and from different walks of life will serve her well as a commissioner. And to prove her point, she has vowed to attend or host 50 listening sessions throughout the county to better understand what residents want their county to become.
We need people to be coming together to solve problems. The more I talk to residents and voters, the more they are hungry for solutions. And that's what I've been doing my entire career. It's who I am as a person, as a professional. As you know, I'm a facilitator, and I know how to look at common interests and help people and groups and entities find common ground. And I look forward to doing that in a new role, which is hopefully to become the next Plata County Commissioner in 2020.
Porter-Norton says she'd address Plata County's fiscal crisis by first asking residents to define what kind of county they'd like to see and what level of services they want in the future. Property taxes from natural gas production have declined by more than half since 2010. In addition, the Gallagher Amendment, which cuts property tax rates as residential property values rise, also is cutting into county revenues. Two attempts to raise property tax rates in 2015 and 2016 failed. Porter-Norton, who served on the county's Fiscal Needs Committee in 2014 to 15 and the 2016 Road and Bridge Ballot Initiative Committee, says she'd advocate for a comprehensive county-wide educational program about the county's fiscal needs before initiating another tax increase. She cited her experience as co-chair of a volunteer effort to educate county voters about the passage of Referendum C in 2006 as a model she'd like to introduce to La Plata County. The successful ballot issue allowed the state to keep general fund money to support K-12 and higher education. La Plata County had the second highest affirmative vote in the state.
So when people understand the choices and they understand what's at stake and they understand the consequences of not passing revenue increases, I really trust Colorado voters and La Plata County voters that they vote for things that they feel they can afford and that are presented in a logical, coherent way and that makes sense to them. So there has to be very robust conversations across the county, given the past ballot initiatives have not been successful. And again, we have these lines that are not working too well together. One is population growth and services, and the other one is income.
Porter-Norton supports adoption of a land use code that aligns with the county's comprehensive master plan approved by the Planning Commission in 2017.
We have a growing county. We have increasingly land in this county that is being used in more intense ways and have higher densities. I also respect that people have property rights and they value their land. And we somehow have to come together and put a code in place. I think the code often is a point of controversy, but what the code can do is provide assurance. It can provide assurance and certainty for people wanting to develop, and it can provide assurance for people who live by areas that could be developed.
Porter-Norton says the county also should play a leadership role in addressing the challenges that have developed from a growing homeless population. Porter-Norton lives in a house that abuts the Overend Mountain Park, and she sees firsthand how nearby homeless camps have impacted her neighborhood.
The county role in addressing homelessness needs to be a robust one. And I know that the current commissioners and Sheriff Smith take it very seriously. The county, because of the fiscal situation, obviously cannot be the sole provider of all the services necessary. I think there's 3 roles the county can have. First of all, the county can work with others to find a sheltering facility that is not a camp in its current location. The current location is extremely problematic for wildfire reasons. There will be, if there is a wildfire started in that part of town, it could affect not only all of the west side of town, it could affect all of Durango. We need to find a sheltering situation that is more appropriate and in a more appropriate location, and I think the county can play a role in that. The second role the county can play is leadership. Maybe there are grants that the county can help facilitate or get. And then the third role that I think the county can play is to continue to look at the land where currently camping is happening illegally and ensure that we are working on all cylinders we can to get shelter for people, to get them off of those lands because it is illegal to camp there on the county land, and find a more appropriate way that people can either get into housing or, again, what we need is some kind of sheltering situation. I know that's controversial, but it's happening anyway. People are camping on the west side of Durango and actually all around Durango's open lands anyway. So we cannot ticket our way out of this. We cannot punish our way out of it. It is happening on the statewide and nationally. What solves homelessness is housing.
You can read more about Marsha Porter-Norton's stance on the issues and about her experience on her website at marshaporternorton.com. Thanks for watching Durango TV News. I'm Wendy Graham Settle.